Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov said the latest round of Russia-Ukraine peace talks produced no breakthroughs. Following the meeting, Moscow promised to drastically reduce military operations in two cities, but reportedly there are few signs of concrete steps towards peace being taken. Yeon-seung is standing by on the line with the latest. Yeon-seung, first of all, tell us about the peace talks.
Well, Daniel, let me take you back to Tuesday morning. Russian and Ukrainian negotiators sat down in Istanbul, Turkey that morning to hold the first face-to-face peace talks in weeks. The talks moved along quickly, ending in less than 4 hours. The two sides touched upon many subjects, including the fate of the eastern Donbas region and Crimea. The meeting ended with Russia's pledge to power down some of its offensive in Ukraine's capital, Kyiv, and the northern city of Chernihiv. Ukraine also offered neutrality and the prospect of giving up on joining NATO in exchange for security guarantees. Russia's lead negotiator on Tuesday said that the latest round of meetings were constructive, while the Ukrainian delegation said that they have laid out a possible framework for peace. But Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov on Wednesday said there were no breakthroughs during the meetings, but he did welcome that Ukraine has written down its demands.
The big question now is Russia taking actual steps to reduce military action, and how are other nations responding to the latest developments?
Well, following the announcement, the Pentagon said on Tuesday that it thinks that some Russian military units have left Kyiv, but in very small numbers. Pentagon spokesperson John Kirby also said that he thinks Moscow is just repositioning its troops and not actually withdrawing them. He remained cautious to the threat posed to Kyiv and also said that airstrikes in the city are continuing. Officials in Ukraine report Russian forces bombarding areas near Kyiv and in Chernihiv. A senior Ukrainian official also says that there were no areas without sirens all night in Ukraine. Other officials are also skeptical of Moscow's pledge.
Ukrainians are not naive people. Ukrainians have already learned, both during these 34 days of invasion and over the past 8 years of the war in Donbas, that only a concrete result can be trusted.
I've not seen anything that suggests that this is moving forward in an effective way, because Russia, at least we've not seen signs of real seriousness.
U.S. President Joe Biden said that he won't believe it until he sees it. The U.K. also said that it will judge actions and not words.
Western Ukrainian officials are very much opposed to Russia's invasion and urging further action to achieve peace, but there are other points of view on the situation, right?
Yes, well, foreign ministers of China and Russia met on Wednesday in the eastern Chinese province of Anhui and exchanged their views on the situation in Ukraine. Following the meeting, the Russian foreign ministry said in a statement that the ministers both condemned Western sanctions imposed on Moscow. They call them illegal and counterproductive. Russia's foreign minister Lavrov will travel to New Delhi on Thursday for a 2-day trip to meet with senior officials there. India remains the only country that hasn't condemned Russia's invasion of Ukraine in the U.S.-led Quad alliance, which includes Japan, Australia, the U.S., as well as India. India also abstained from voting against Russia for the UN resolution, but its permanent representative to the UN ambassador said during a Security Council briefing that India remains deeply concerned by the ongoing situation. So all eyes are on India on what they're going to say in the latest talks. Back to you, Daniel.
All right, Yeon-seung, thank you for those updates.